This is Rick, and today he's heading into orbit, where he'll spend a whole year in zero gravity. No walks, no ground beneath his feet, no time to just lie down or stand. The launch is under intense G-forces. Before he reaches a place where there's no weight, Rick experiences the ultimate force of gravity. It's hard. His heart pounds. His body is pressed into his seat. Every cell in his body feels like it's exploding. But suddenly, silence. His body lifts off the seat, the straps unbuckle, and he begins to slowly float. Without a floor or ceiling, everything feels strange. His head spins, his stomach is upset, but Rick laughs and realizes for the first time that the Earth is now far below. The first day is like a ride. Everything flies, his body is weightless, objects spin in the air, and every glance out the window is a new discovery. Rick plays with water bubbles, tries somersaults, and is as excited as a child, because this isn't a simulator, but a real flight into space. The station orbits the Earth every 90 minutes, and Rick sees dozens of sunrises and sunsets over the course of a day. It's mind-boggling. There's no normal night, no real morning. So a strict schedule and artificial lighting are necessary to keep the body from losing its sense of time and breaking down. The first meal in space is surprising. The food is tasteless, like cardboard. This is because in zero gravity, blood and fluids rise to the head, the nasal mucosa swells, and a person's sense of smell is impaired, almost like with a bad cold. And yet, smell is what provides most of their taste. That's why astronauts prefer spicy, sour, and bright foods, to at least smell something. Drinking from a mug is impossible. The water doesn't pour down. It hangs like a drop and could float away. So Rick learns to drink from special bags with straws and tubes. He catches floating crumbs, attaches a fork to the wall, and smiles. In this chaos, everything needs to be secured, even his own breakfast. He has to sleep in a bag that is attached to the wall. Without it, your body will simply float away. If you forget to turn on the ventilation, the air will stagnate and breathing will become difficult. And if you don't secure yourself, you can wake up with your head slammed into the instruments. Even sleep is a difficult task. A week later, a new phase begins. Everything becomes routine. Rick is no longer surprised, but simply lives his life. He trains every day, 2 hours at a time, on special zero-gravity exercise machines. Without this, muscles quickly weaken, and bones lose calcium. This happens because they are no longer bearing the weight of the body. The body thinks the bones no longer need to be strong, and begins to disassemble and gradually recycle them. In space, your face feels puffy. Your eyes feel like they're pressing in. It's the same effect of fluid accumulating in your upper body. Your back hurts because your spine stretches. There's no pressure between the vertebrae, and you grow a couple of centimeters taller. But growing in space isn't a joy, it's a source of aching pain. To stay on track, Rick switches on morning with lamps, closes off night with thick curtains, and adheres to a strict regimen. Without it, your brain loses its bearings. Day and night become confused, your attention blurs, and even a simple task becomes a complex quest. Hygiene isn't a shower, it's wipes, foam, and ventilation. You wear clothes until they're completely soiled, and then you throw them away. Because you can't wash them in space. There's no water, no washing machine. And cleanliness means safety. Microbes behave differently in space, multiply faster, and can become more dangerous. The internet is slow, but there's a connection. Relatives send short videos, familiar songs play through his headphones, and all this keeps Rick grounded in reality and prevents him from going crazy from the monotony. After a month in space, Rick no longer gets motion sickness, but he's distracted and makes mistakes. So he does everything slowly and precisely. Every movement is deliberate. There's no rushing around in space. Rick conducts his own medical examinations. He does ultrasounds following video instructions, takes blood samples, and records pulses. Doctors on Earth watch on camera and offer advice. This is telemedicine. When the doctor is far away, you follow their commands precisely. You're simultaneously patient, nurse, and technician. Getting a haircut in space is a special experience. A special clipper with a vacuum sucks up the hair so it doesn't fly away. If it does, you can't collect it, and it could damage the equipment. 3 months have passed, and Rick is overcome with melancholy. His tears don't flow down. They become drops and hang on his eyelashes. Sometimes he catches them with his fingers. Sometimes he just waits for them to evaporate. It's a strange sensation. It's kind of sad, but also funny when you look in the mirror. Playing with flying crumbs and droplets has become tiresome, so Rick amuses himself with constant cleaning. This is beneficial both for the station's safety and for the astronauts' own sanity. After 6 months in space, the body is very tired and has changed. The immune system is weakened, making it increasingly difficult to fight bacteria. Research shows that microbes mutate and become more aggressive in zero-gravity conditions. Therefore, cleanliness is not a whim, but a defense against future illness. When the sun emits streams of radiation, Rick hides in a special compartment behind walls that better protect against dangerous particles. In orbit, there is no atmosphere, as on Earth, and all the space radiation hits the body directly. This is not immediately noticeable, but dangerous in the long term. Sometimes something breaks, and it's unpleasant when it's the toilet, because there are no plumbing fixtures nearby. It seems funny, but it's also dangerous in the first place. On a spaceship, everything must be fixed immediately, otherwise problems will cascade one after another. A year later, Rick packs up his things and disposes of the remaining unnecessary junk, closes the hatches, and prepares for landing on Earth. Returning is very difficult. Gravity reverts the weight back to normal. His head feels heavy, his legs feel weak, and his balance is gone. Rick now has to relearn everything, even how to walk. But he survived, living in orbit for a whole year. And even though his muscles weakened, his bones softened, and his brain nearly went crazy, the main thing is that Rick realized how much he loves Earth. Subscribe if you do too. Bye.